Greetings. If you visit the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's webpage titled Filing a Charge of Discrimination, you will find this opening line. If you believe you have been discriminated against because of your race, color, religion, sex, national origin, age, disability, or genetic information, you can file a charge of discrimination. You can find this same verbiage in the websites of a number of other federal agencies, and for good reason. Discrimination is contrary to the laws of the United States and the values of our nation's people that have evolved from years of attention to civil rights and equal treatment under the law. That being so, then why is discrimination against individual productivity not only tolerated by the federal government, but created and encouraged by it? How, you ask, is such discrimination imposed? It is imposed through the application of a discriminatory tax code, one that penalizes individual productivity. The Internal Revenue Code of 1986 is a discriminatory tax code, one of ever constant revision, yet without change to its intended purpose, that being the redistribution of wealth, a redistribution that typically results in further discrimination. But then no wrong ever resolves into a right on its own accord. Our nation cannot, on one hand, espouse an abhorrence to one form of discrimination and then fervently support another. Such contradiction is an obstruction to good order and will produce with absolute certainty a division among the people, a division that escalates into contempt for the government and for those representatives on both sides of the issue. And once such discrimination has been applied, the focus and degree of contempt will toggle between the divided parties as government either expands its discriminatory practices or moves in a direction to correct that which it created through a disregard for equality and the Creator-endowed and constitutionally secured rights of every American. I fear today for you and your children, because the House Committee on Ways and Means is looking at yet another graduated income tax, one that will perpetuate the obstructive and destructive discrimination imposed by the current system. The committee is focusing on a proposal for a two-rate system, one with tax rates of 10% and 25%. At this time, we do not know what the income thresholds will be, but the effect of the regressive payroll taxes, and that specifically for Social Security, will likely raise the income seizure rate for lower incomes to be closer to a 24% rate. This is not reform, ladies and gentlemen, and it will do nothing, absolutely nothing, to create the opportunities we need to restore the jobs you have lost and add the additional jobs this nation needs to recover and sustain our economy. There is a better way to meet the responsible financial needs of this nation and do so with no element of discrimination attached to it. That way is through the fair tax, a national sales tax that will replace all income, payroll, self-employment, alternative minimum, capital gains, estate, gift, and corporate taxes. Every person is charged the same rate. All legal residents receive the same monthly rebate of taxes for the basic necessities of life, and every consumer will benefit from the few credits extended to all businesses for the purpose of eliminating embedded taxes and reducing tax compliance costs that today are passed directly to you, the consumer. I encourage you to go to www.fairtax.org, where you may learn more about the fair tax. And while visiting there, please register your name with the site to indicate your support for the tax. The fair tax, the right tax system for you, your family, and our nation.